guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha, and in this video I'm going to speak to you guys about bullying and how not only INFJs as my personality type gets bullied a lot, but I've been getting a lot of messages from a lot of individuals who are being bullied in school and university and college. I've been feeling a lot of pain because of the messages or emails that I've been getting. Not only because I know what the pain of being bullied is all about. I've been bullied myself when I was in high school, when I was in university, when it was not fun. There were a lot of times when I'd be bullied, not only by people that I knew, but by strangers, and a lot of sexual harassment and things like that. And in general, I got through it not only because I had a lot of support. My friends were really supportive, my family was really supportive, but also because, I had innately a strong personality. So I knew that nothing they were saying to me was actually really true. I knew who I was, and I knew that even if they're being mean to me, or even if they were saying untrue things about me, it doesn't mean that they're actually true. Just because someone says something to you doesn't mean that it actually becomes gospel. But also because I knew that all of whatever they were doing was a temporary thing, and it was going to pass. And eventually, a year or two later, 1 or 2 years later, I won't even remember what happened a year back, right? Not to say that bullying is easy to deal with. So many of you have messaged me saying that you're having a really hard time at school, high school or university or college, because of what you guys are going through, because of the bullying that's happening to you. It might be physical bullying, and if it is physical bullying, I really do recommend that you go talk to a teacher or someone who can help you with that, because it's really dangerous. Physical bullying can actually lead to injuries and even death, and that's something that we really have to be careful with. But most bullying really takes the effect or the form of mental bullying, in terms of emotional bullying, in terms of people telling you, insulting you, or telling you that you're not good enough, or making you feel like you're not good enough, or telling you that you're a waste of space, or telling you to leave this planet, or things like that, right? The reason I really wanted to do this video is not because I'm a bullying expert, or I'm a psychotherapist, or a psychologist who can help you in any way. The real reason I wanted to do this is because I wanted to remind us all of the fact that even though there's something going on with ourselves or with our lives right now in this moment, it really is only temporary. It's going to happen for a few days, a few months, but a year or 2 years from now, especially 5 or 10 years from now, you won't even notice what happened to you a year ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. It won't really matter anymore. It really will not matter, right? It really does not matter. No matter how many times I was bullied in the past, and I was bullied, as I said, a lot, I think to myself right now, I'm sitting here right now as a 35-year-old, and all of those incidents seem meaningless. They really seem like they are random events that happened to someone else. I don't even feel connected to those events anymore. They happened, they were in the past, and it feels like someone else experienced them. I have memories of them, a few bits and bytes of them, of memories, but that's it. I don't really remember most of it. It doesn't really matter to me anymore, because I'm a completely different person, and it happened to someone else, really, it feels like. The reason I wanted to remind you of this fact is because in this moment in time, if you are going through a difficult time, if you are going through a bullying incident, if you're going through anything that's difficult, you might feel like this is the only moment that you can remember for the rest of your life. This is what you're going to be like for the rest of your life. This is all you're going to be for the rest of your life. And obviously it's not true. But more than that, the reason I want you guys to really remember this is because everything passes. And not only the good stuff or the bad stuff, everything passes. Yes, you might be going through a really difficult time right now, but a year from now, you might be going through a really, 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 really great time. And a year from that, you might be going through a really difficult time again. Or it might be a neutral time that doesn't really mean anything. Or it might be a really apathetic time where you feel like everything is just shit. Or it might be a very depressing time and you feel like you just don't want to even go on anymore. Everything happens temporarily. We go through all of these different events, and only in hindsight can we look back and say, oh yeah, that happened to me, or that was important, or that was not important, or that really didn't matter, or that did matter. But in this moment in time, no matter what you're going through, you might think that it's really, really important. You might think that it's difficult. You might think that you're never going to get over it. You might think that you're never going to get over it, ever. You're going to stick with it, and it's going to stick to you. That trauma or that pain is going to stick to you for the rest of your life. And it might occupy a little tiny space in your heart. For right now, as I said, as a 35-year-old, all of my bullying, all of that pain, all of those incidents, they occupy a tiny little baby space, a teeny space in my heart and in my brain, in my mind space. I never even think about it unless I'm going to do these videos, or unless someone brings up bullying or someone brings up something like that. That's the only time those events even come to the forefront of my brain. It's the only time I actually even think about it, because the rest of my time is spent living my life here in this moment in time. Now, of course, if you're going through a difficult situation, you might be thinking to yourself, this is just BS. You know, I'm going through a hard time right now. Why should I care about what's going to happen 5 or 10 years from now, or even a year from now, or even 6 months from now? This is what's happening to me right now, and this is what's so difficult. Why should I think about what's going to happen in the future? And the reason I really want you guys to start thinking that way is because everything that is happening to us in the present moment, as I said, is temporary. So it's happening right now, obviously. It's happening, and it's happening to you. It's happening to all of us. All of us going through these moments, these experiences, these ideas, these beliefs, these ideals, and they're happening to us in this moment in time. But the next moment can be completely different. You might be walking down the street, bored out of your mind, and all of a sudden, someone hits someone in front of you, or a car crashes and someone dies, or something really horrendous happens, and all of a sudden your life has turned upside down. Or perhaps you were in an accident and your life has turned upside down. So things change at a moment's notice, instantaneously almost. Things happen so fast, especially in this world right now that we live in, that things change so fast that we can't even be sure anymore what's actually really truly happening. There's so many changes happening all the time. And if you are going through a difficult time right now, it's obviously there for a reason. Now, I always think of anything bad that happens to me as a lesson. I always like to think of it as something, as a teaching moment. It's trying life or universe or God or spirituality or whatever it might be, that higher being is trying to teach me something, is trying to tell me, okay, Boom or Shikha, whatever you want to call me, you are doing something right now, and I want to teach you something about it. Or you're doing something wrong, and I want to teach you something about it. Or you're not doing anything, but I really do want to teach you this lesson. So this is what I'm going to send your way. And so something happens, something good, something bad, something terrible, something horrible, and I learn from it. And that's just a lesson. And it's also just a temporary lesson, because the universe does not keep on pummeling you. It doesn't always keep on pushing you down and pummeling you and punching you out and doing all those things. The universe is not like that. Yes, you might be going through a difficult time right now, whatever it might be, but it will turn around. And it will definitely turn around to something maybe positive, something better, something good, something worse perhaps, but then something better, or something really, really bad and something good. It's so interesting, this life that we lead. It's so, for me, I think it's one of the most fascinating things we do, is being a human and experiencing all of these things that are happening to us. Bad things happen, and then good things happen, and then bad things happen, and then good things happen, and then we learn from them and we grow from them, and then bad things happen again, and then we learn from them and we keep on going, keep on moving forward. I always look at all of this stuff that happens to me as a bystander, as an observer. I'm just observing myself living this life. Something good happens, awesome, cool, that's great, thank you universe, you're awesome. Something bad happened, why did this happen? What did I do wrong? What am I supposed to learn from this? What is the lesson that the universe is trying to teach me? Something good happens, great, thank you universe, you're the best, thank you so much, I'm so grateful. Something bad happens, again, what am I supposed to learn from this? Why did this happen in this moment in time? What did I do wrong? What did I do right? What is the universe trying to teach me? Blah, 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 blah. And so I keep on going in this manner every single moment, every single day. Now, of course, sometimes in the moment you're just in a really scary mood and you think to yourself, I hate my life, I hate the universe, I hate everything, I hate these people who are bullying me, I hate these people who are being mean to me, blah, 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 right? You're always you're in this hate mode, you can't get out of it. That's okay. In the moment, you can be that way. But always try to pull yourself out of that automatic thinking and try to become the observer. Try to observe yourself in the moment and try to see, okay, what can I learn from this? What is happening to me right now? Why is it happening? And the fact that it's only going to happen temporarily. All of this is temporary. even us as human physical shells, we're only temporary as well. We're going to turn to dust and ashes soon. We're going to be gone. We're here for a few moments, really a few moments, if you think about the longevity of the universe and how oh my god, it's so old, this universe that we live in. And so we're just molecules. We're like tiny baby molecules. We come here for a few seconds and then we're gone again, and that's it, you know. And so why really bother with it? Why really care? You're not going to care about it in a few weeks. Even you're not even going to think about it in a few weeks. For example, if someone misses their flight, in that moment in time, it seems like the most important thing in the world. But even a day later, or even 5 days later, 7 days later, a week later, it doesn't even matter anymore. You don't even think about it again, because there's so much more happening in this moment, and there's so much more to deal with, and things are always changing, right? Again, I hope I was able to explain myself properly. It's such an interesting topic to think about, because it's so easy for us to become enamored with our negative ideas about ourselves, to be like, oh my god, the universe hates me and I hate my life and things like that. It's really easy to get into that mode. But I want you guys to be different. I want you guys to think differently. I want you guys to not be that person who just thinks like everything, like everyone else. Everyone thinks that the universe is against them if something bad happens, and if something good happens, then the universe is for them. Why? The universe is always in love with you, always. And anything that the universe does is to teach you something or to give you something. And so it's all just lessons. And you're going to forget about it in a few seconds anyways. A day later, you're not even going to remember what happened yesterday. Again, if you guys have any questions at all, please message me anytime. If you guys have any specific questions that are really long, email me rather than anything else. My email address is in the description below. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.